Well, good evening, everybody. How's my fellow jackasses doing? I hope everybody's having a great day. Oh, such beautiful weather here in Indiana, man. I tell you what, man, it's definitely coming around, man. 70 something degrees today, 80s and tomorrow. Man, my white chicken legs are going to need some sun. So, time to bring out them shorts, that's for sure. I hope everybody's doing good, man. I hope everybody had a great week and a great weekend last weekend. I worked all weekend. It was busy as hell. So, it's nice to be on here tonight and taking a small break from any work and planting my garden because I don't have a green thumb, so I'll probably kill everything, but I don't care. Uh, first off, I just want to say I'm sending out many prayers and some healing vibes to my friend Jackie Hobbs and the Hobbs and Roseberry family. Um, Jackie was rushed to the hospital Sunday, and she had a come to find out Jackie had a heart attack. They're my second family, and they went in and put two stents in today. Um, so Jackie, yeah, my thoughts and prayers are with you. And hang in there, and you're strong. So I know you got this. I want to say happy anniversary to Howard and Jackie Petrie, my homeboy from down under, and I'm not talking Australia. I'm talking about the other weird place called Louisiana. Today's our wedding anniversary, so happy anniversary. Tim Coomer, what's up, brother? How you doing, my man? Oh, Steph, my niece. Hi, sis. I hope you're doing okay. Hi, Chantel. Hope you're doing okay. Probably got up to go to the bathroom like usual, but hey, I appreciate you stopping in, like always. But anyways, yeah. So happy wedding anniversary to them. If you've had a birthday, um, happy birthday. Happy belated birthday to Natalie from ACG Paranormal. Always chasing ghosts. Always fuck that up, man. Oh, you're working? Yeah, you ain't working if you're watching me now, are you? But happy belated birthday to you. So I got a great show tonight, man. Man, Philip Gibson, man. Heart City Paranormal. My bad, dude. We got a lot in common, man. He likes Star Wars. I like Star Wars. He likes Atlanta Braves. He loves Atlanta Braves. I love Atlanta Braves, dude. Uh, you know, yeah, dude. I'm not even waiting. Let's bring the dude on, man. So please welcome Philip Gibson. What's up, my
Hey,
man?
what's up, my man? What's how you doing, Scott?
I'm good, brother. My damn ears itching. What the frick?
That means we have a great show tonight.
Golly. Don't
Yes,
have a mean, dude. I can't help it. Dude, because we were talking backstage. I was just fine.
somebody's talking about you. That's what it is. If they say if your ears are itching, somebody's talking about you.
Man, they better stop. I hope it's bad. It better be bad because if it's good, I'm going to be mad,
I'm
dude.
sure we can say some stuff tonight to make people talk bad about us.
Hey, you know what? I don't care
Do
because,
it, yeah, do it, really.
I am who I am. This is the Paranormal Jackass. This is an NC-17 show. You don't like it? Well, sorry about your luck. You don't have to be here. So
That's right.
just scoot on along and let us do our thing. Then look at this cracker. Oh, shit. Hey, listen here, buddy.
Two of us.
There's two cracker. I'm cracker one. He cracker two.
Two.
I did that on
Tim, how's it going, brother?
uh, Call of Duty Black Ops 3. Me and my wife's little cousin Cody, we were in this room playing. We were playing a hardcore match, and this one guy was coming in talking about how he was a African American, and somebody had said something. He's like, "You can't say that about white people. That's racist." And so we all started laughing. So I was on the mic. Cody was on the mic. I'm like, "Cracker one, cracker two," and Cody's like, "Cracker two to cracker one." I'm like, "Cracker one." He's like, "We got a sniper. Roger that, cracker two." Oh, he's like, "No, you can't say it." Dude, I can call myself a cracker. I am, well, if it's my butt itching, I hope it's not like crabs or anything. Hi, Eileen. How you doing? Hi, Valerie.
It's the first sign
You'll
of
be the cheese in between the crackers. Oh, shit.
the
Shouldn't you be like,
the butt itching is the
yeah,
first sign of the butt itching is first sign of crack what they call it swamp ass.
swamp ass,
It's starting
dude?
to get warm. It's starting to get warm.
And starting, yeah, in here in Indiana, it's already hot down in Louisiana. I've talked to Howard a couple times. He's been sweating, which I don't understand. He ain't losing no weight, but I'm just kidding, Howard. Just tell my buddy, you should be out eating dinner with Jackie. It's your anniversary. But yeah, it's getting warm here, dude. Be careful putting baby powder underneath your ball sack, because I might turn into cottage cheese after sweating so long. So,
But
brother, so what's new? What's going on, man? I seen you just got back from Michigan.
yeah,
Mount, is it Mount Benton? Is that the name of it?
we were in Benton Harbor, Michigan, at the
That's it.
Eden Springs Park in Benton Harbor. Awesome location. Yeah, one of my favorites actually. It's not only for the location itself, but the volunteers at the park are they become like some of my best friends, in the field, that I've met. And so not only do I like to investigate there, but I could just drive up there and just take a walk around the park, just kind of unwind and just just to kind of relax. But yeah, we did some investigating this weekend. Quite a few people up. There's a few people up there, more than I usually like to have when I'm investigating. But we still had a great time anyway. It was great to see Debbie and Jeff again, and hang out with Marianne from the old Kosciuszko County Jail, a good friend of mine, a very dear friend
Nice,
of
dude.
ours. So she made the trip from Warsaw up to Benton Harbor to join us. We all stayed in the cabin, one of the cabins up there, and yeah, we had a great time, and it was pretty. I mean, from what we did investigate, it started to get kind of cold. People were tired, but from what we
Right.
did, from the investigating we did do, it was pretty active, especially in the drunk tank, in the what they call it, the drunk tank, the jail, the cold storage
Yep.
bunker. It was pretty active down there. It was a lot of fun. Like I said, it was a little bit more too many people for my liking when it comes to investigating. But because I think I like small groups, and I think, my opinion, if you get them around, if you get too many people in a group, it just, I don't know. I feel like it sounds kind of weird, but it might intimidate the spirits a little bit, or whoever you're speaking
Yep.
with. Um, but we had a great time though.
Right on, brother. That sounds like a good time. Hi, Rita.
Hmm.
How you doing, Mama? I sure miss you, dude. You being up in Elkhart and whatever, dude. We need to investigate together. You ever been to the old Lake County Sheriff's House there in Crown Point?
Oh yes, awesome location.
Dude, we need to hook up and go there, brother. I'd love to investigate with you, man. I think it would be absolutely amazing.
Let's make it happen, man.
Dude,
I'm probably about less than an hour and a half away from there, so yeah,
I'm 2 hours from there, but yeah, I'll
it's an
get
awesome
I'll
location.
get me a room because last time I went, man, we stayed the whole time, dude, and I drove home. We didn't get home till like 5 a.m., dude.
Yeah.
I was whooped. My tiny butt was whooped. I'm like, nope, I ain't doing that again.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Same here. Same.
no,
We drove back. Got home about about 3:30 or so in the morning, and I was beat, man. I was
dude,
tired.
that's a rough. It is rough after like investigating and then driving home, dude.
From the
Especially
time,
like with me, I'm older now. Like I'm almost 50. So people go on long airplane rides. They get jet lag. I get ghost hunting lag, dude. It takes me like a day to recuperate from everything.
yeah, I never had that problem when like the next day. The one time I did once was after I came back from the Monroe house once. Man, I felt like I got hit by a truck, man. I don't know what it was, but I woke up the next day, man, and I just felt absolutely miserable. And because we drove back that night, we didn't stay the night. We drove back, and this was I think it was the first time we were there, the first time we investigated there back, for quite a 6 7 years ago. But it
Right?
was I just felt like I got hit by a truck, and that's the only time that's ever happened to me when it comes to that kind of after post investigating you know uh, whatever you call it. Yeah, so it was yeah, it hit me pretty hard that time, but that was the only time it's ever happened.
That's
But
awesome, dude. Like I said, it's happened to me quite a few times. Speaking of my friend Jackie, Hey, Mama. Hope you're doing okay. Like I
Hi,
said
Jackie.
at the beginning of the show, my prayers are with you. I'm glad you're doing okay. So, if you need anything, you know how to get a hold of me. Text me, call me, let me know. But I'm not snuggling your husband. I'm just saying, Mitch is a big ugly. He ain't ugly, but that's a big Sasquatch hairy dude, man. I don't do. No, I ain't
We'll keep you warm.
snuggling no Mitch. I only snuggle Mitch at Wetzel's. Okay, so yeah. So how about our Braves, dude? We were up 7.5 games at one time. Now we're only up five.
Yeah, we ran into kind of a rough stretch against Toronto. We got swept, and
Dude, yeah, they swept us, dude. I'm like, good God, like,
our offense was non-existent. The starting pitching looked pretty decent, minus the one game, but during the Toronto
right.
series, that's right after we lost um,
Yep,
Freed and Kyle Wright. Um, then our offense just like completely went dormant. Um, yeah, then we came out of that and ended up going to I think it was Texas, wasn't it? We ended up winning two or three from Texas,
yep. We took 2 out of 3 from Texas
and then two out of three yesterday from
yesterday
Seattle.
from the Mariner.
Now
Yeah,
we got the
Seattle. Yep.
Dodgers. Now we got the Dodgers for three tonight, starting tonight.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
Freeman back on the line again.
that's always a hard series right there. You know, I don't know,
They're,
man.
they're dealing with
I'm glad it's
yeah, they're dealing with the same issues that we are. Their starting pitching's really banged up, man. And but we needed that game again. We needed that game yesterday from Schuster, man. We needed that to kind of take some uh, weight off our bullpen. That's pretty. They've been struggling lately, man. The bullpen has so.
yeah. The bullpen's struggling. Yeah, and when you ain't got your offense, dude, it really hurts us. My hi, Miss Jenny.
Oh, that's my buddy right there. Hey, Jenny.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, I'm on. We were talking before the show about a guest on a podcast. I'm actually a guest on Jenny's podcast, June 3rd, I believe it is.
Yeah,
So I'm excited, dude.
I was supposed to be on her show again about a month ago, and that's when I was kind of in that little funk, and I postponed it. And she had, it was kind of weird because she had some stuff that came up, and she probably wasn't going to be able to make it as either. So it was kind of a it both both of it happened, and we gotta end up booking another date pretty soon. So
Right on. Good. You don't look like a Braves fan, or I would even say Mariners. You look more kind of like a Cubs fan. I'm just saying.
who
Maybe
me?
Cincinnati Reds.
I'm a Bengals fan and
Hey,
in
I'm a
football.
Dolphins fan, bro. I'm a Dolphins fan. you know.
I I've been a Braves fan since I lived in West Virginia back in that's where I was born, was in West Virginia. So watching the Braves on TBS all those years, man, I became
Yep.
a Braves fan. So I've been a Braves fan since probably the early '80s or mid '80s
Yep.
probably. And I when I played Little League baseball, I had number three because of Dale Murphy. So
That is awesome, dude.
yeah,
Dale Murphy. Good lord,
I've been a Braves fan
dude.
since I was a kid, man.
Yep, me too. My grandfather um, was a huge Braves fan, so when we would go over there, um, or when I would go over there, he would always have the Braves on. So that's who and I ended up loving the Braves. And man, that first World Series with Ron Gant and David Justice, and
Yeah,
oh, dude, it was
Cleveland,
absolutely amazing.
Cleveland Indians. I remember that.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
And then, 2 years ago winning, dude, it was absolutely amazing. After we won the series, I looked up and I'm like, Grandpa, we did it again. We did it again. You know, um, because I had a replica of Hank Aaron's jersey. And so when my grandfather died, I actually put that in his casket.
Oh, that's
And
awesome.
his favorite, and the fact that you said Glavin came down there, Eileen, that was my grandfather's favorite pitcher. And I had Tom Glavine's rookie, and I actually put it in his casket with him
Well, yeah,
because it was his favorite pitcher. And yeah, I mean, it
that
was pretty awesome,
that rotation, man. Glavin, Maddox, Smoltz, Avery at times, and then Pete Smith.
dude.
I mean,
Yeah, dude. I mean, when
I
you
think
look at that, it was they were beasts, man.
well,
Even I mean,
Maddox was just an absolute surgeon.
dude, that dude. And when you look at, I mean, even Sid Bream back then. I mean, he wasn't the best, but dude, when he was on it, man.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, and no, not go Bills.
No, sorry about that, Eileen. Sorry about the
Yeah,
AFC playoffs last year. By the way, I'm not sorry, but
yeah. Sorry,
Bengals went to
I,
Buffalo and put the hurting on them.
they did. Well, the one guy though, that was pretty bad. The cardiac arrest guy, I can't think
Yeah,
of
that
his
was
name.
yeah
That was pretty bad.
the two cities like came together. It was great to see. It was great for football. I mean, it sucked. It was bad that he got hurt. But it was
Yep.
good for football when
Yeah.
the fans
Unfortunately, it was good.
put the game aside and came together for what really mattered.
Oh, absolutely. We have an range on EVP, dude, and I can't wait because, dude, you post some amazing EVPs, bro. You really do. I love that.
Man, I look at it like this. When I came into the field, I was told that EVPs are rare. So if you catch one, be thankful. But I come to find out pretty quick that they're not that rare, man.
No, they're not.
People just need to listen. They need to have the right. You got to have a good quality audio recorder. You need to go through your evidence, which I think a lot of people do not.
Yep.
And I think there's just too many people. They just don't know how to conduct a good session. They get these big monster groups. And they try to conduct these sessions, and
Yep.
I'm an honest believer that this. I think the spirits, they might come around, occasionally in these bigger groups, but I really think that the spirits do get intimidated when these larger groups are around, and they have a tendency to shy away and don't talk. And I think you got to be interesting. I think you need to, instead of just asking typical questions, when did you die? When, blah, 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 this and this, you got to kind of sit down and talk with them like they're a friend of yours. And
Oh, absolutely.
yeah, that's the way I look at it. So I think that's why I think we catch so many EVPs is because we, for one, respect the location they're in, and we respect the entities. I'm trying not to call them spirits, ghosts, because I think we could be dealing with something on another level as well. Maybe
Right.
interdimensional beings or whatever. So I'm trying to steer away from saying ghosts and spirits and stuff like that. But yeah, you just got to. People need to get creative with their with your approach, with your conversations, and just sit down with them like you're a friend, and talk to them about their lives, their pets. I just saw a dog uh, in your uh, in your camera, and and just do it that way. And I think people need to go through evidence because I see these people investigating every week and every couple of days, and they're piling this all this evidence, but I never see them share any of their findings. And I'm like, okay, are they just
Right.
not sharing their evidence, or are they not going through it? Would they rather just check off locations off their bucket list instead of putting the boots on the ground and actually going through the evidence? Which you know I
Right.
hate I
Oh,
hate I hate video evidence, but I love listening to audio though.
yeah. And I get that. Like, I struggle with doing evidence as well. And yeah, you did. My son come in and actually he picked up one of our dogs, Casper. He's a beagle, and was putting him in the camera. So, um,
Yeah, Eileen, she had a good point there. Yeah, a lot of people don't share due to drama.
and
It's
that
true.
is
That is
that is
true.
a very true statement. And for those who don't like to do evidence, one thing that I found that works for me is, take a break, listen for 15 minutes, stop your recorder, know where you left off, take a small break, man, do it again, maybe another 15. So this way it's not as monotonous because I'm the same way.
Yeah,
At least if you take that break, it lets you refresh yourself. Same with video. Video is very, very tedious.
very
I mean, you're
tedious.
like,
Yeah, I've dozed
wait,
off
wait,
numerous
wait,
times.
oh my god, is that something demonic? Oh no, no,
Never
that's
mind.
Eileen. That's Eileen Jones. Never mind. But you know what I'm saying, like, but yeah. Uh, sorry, Eileen. Um, yeah, you got to break it up, but
Yeah,
because if you don't, like I said, you're like, okay, I'm done. You know what? I'm not listening anymore. I'm done and over this crap. But like I said, I don't post a lot of evidence just because, well, yeah, I try to post pictures, but I forget how to use Odyssey. So yeah, I don't remember how to uh cut and edit everything, because
Yeah,
I took a 5 year break from uh you know doing investigations. I retired for a while, so
yeah.
and when I took a break, dude, I took a break, man. I mean, my stuff got dust all over it, and if it wouldn't been for honestly Jeremy York and my son Aiden, I probably still wouldn't be here. I
Still
probably
be
wouldn't
there.
be doing podcasts.
Wow.
So because you know, I lost that enthusiasm at one time,
It
but now
happens.
it's back, man. I'm having fun. You know, I'm having more fun doing podcasts. I love doing podcasts. So,
It's a
and
lot of
this is
fun.
always, dude, and this has always been one of my dreams is to do a podcast about anything, and here I am doing it now. And so, yeah, bro, yeah,
Talk about all the talk about the paranormal, talk about everything. You just don't
everything,
it's
brother.
like it's like me and Jeremy talked. Me and Jeremy were talking one day, and he was like, he wanted to start doing podcasts with just not just paranormal, but just like a wide range of topics. And I think it's a great idea. I mean, even under the paranormal umbrella, but you can still talk about other things as well. It's because after a while you just talk about the same stuff over and over again,
Yeah,
and you know,
and people that know us in the paranormal field, that's all they know about us. Okay, well, these guys they do paranormal, but what else?
yeah.
That's what I love about my show. I'm going to ask you what you like, dude. I want to know your interests. We both like Star Wars, dude. You know, you may be a rebel. I'm an Empire.
Yeah.
I relate more now with Darth Vader and them than I did Luke Skywalker when I was younger. Hey, you know what? You listen here. Listen here. I'm coming
Uh
up to Michigan this summer. You better watch it. That's my niece. Not, dude.
oh. I see some blackmail
You know.
coming up.
Nah,
Stephanie,
I love Stephanie.
you got some blackmail stuff. Stephanie,
Dude, she's
being
got
blackmailed.
probably too much. Yeah, she's probably got too much, dude. She's a little rotten burger, dude. I love her to death though, but she's rotten, man. She gets that from her Uncle Chad. Definitely not Uncle Scott. I'm just saying, I'm the good one. Yeah, well, you do work a lot. So listen here, Mr. Migrant.
More of a Jawa.
Listen, I am like okay. I'm more like R2D2. I say a lot of bad words and they get beeped out a lot. I'm just saying.
I think I would.
I'm just saying.
I think I'd rather hang out at the Moss Isley Cantina. I think I could just hang out there.
You know what? I agree. The
Take us-
cantina would be pretty awesome.
Yeah.
And I'm just saying, if I'm a Jawa, then you're Jar Jar Binks. I went there.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
I really went there, bro. Which is my wife's favorite character is Jar Jar Binks. And I'm like, that's the dumbest character I've ever seen.
But did you know the character, the man who played the character, fell into a real deep depression after
Really.
the show, and he literally, I think he attempted suicide twice. But they brought him back, and he was actually a character in the Mandalorian. Not Jar
Right.
Jar Binks, but the person that played Jar Jar Binks actually played in
Right.
the Mandalorian. So he kind of he snapped out of his. I think he snapped out of his depression and got back into what he loved, and he was actually did a cameo. I think it was no, I think it was bigger than a cameo. I think he was there for an entire episode, I believe. And
That is
yeah,
that's
because
good.
I didn't know it at first, and I went to work one day, and me and this guy named Matt at work, we're both big Star Wars junkies, and we will both watch The Mandalorian, and we'll come to work and talk about it. And
Yep.
he was like, "Hey, did you see so and so?" And I was like, "Yeah." He said, "You know who that was?" I'm like, "No, who was it?" He's like, "That's the guy who played Jar Jar Binks." I'm going, "Whoa, cool," Then me and my girlfriend were talking one night, and she was talking about how he fell into a pretty strong depression and attempted suicide. I think once or twice.
But
And
and I mean, even like you heard me talk about it. I mean, I loved episodes 1, 2, and 3. But man, when you think about Jar Jar Binks, we were just like, oh, like really, like Jar Jar Binks. At least I was, and my buddy Rodney's a huge Star Wars fan as well. So, um, but man, and then but now that makes sense. I mean, I could see where it would set him into deep depression and suicidal and whatnot because he was probably the most liked character of all time in Star Wars. But my wife loves The Mandalorian. She loves Grogu. Um, which I watch as well. But
Yeah,
for me, dude, it's a good series. But man, Obi-Wan, that
that
series,
was good.
that was an amazing series. I absolutely loved what they did, especially with bringing back Ewan McGregor and Hayden Christensen.
Yep.
Dude, oh,
I'm
I
really
mean,
excited about
I'm
the
getting
I'm really excited about the Ashoka series that's coming out.
yes,
She's awesome, man. She is
dude.
awesome. Yeah.
I just got done watching the Andor series, and it was pretty
So
decent, man.
I didn't watch the Andor series, but
It starts out kind of slow, but it gets pretty decent, man. It really does. Sith Jar Jar, and there was always rumor about that too. That Jar Jar Binks was. See, I'm gonna mess his name up. Snook, Snook,
a Snoke.
Snoke.
Yeah.
Yeah, at one time there was rumored that that was supposed to be Jar Jar Binks, as that he became him. So
But if you notice during this is kind of the off the the whole conspiracy things. But if you watch Mandalorian, I call her Mama Mando, but it's the one that that always built the armor and stuff like that. The Mandalorians.
yes,
Did you notice her helmet had the little spikes on it?
yes,
The Death Watch. Remember that
yes,
um, from Darth Maul. His
yes, Darth Maul,
and
because they're
a lot of people believe that she was actually part of the Death Watch. Yeah, yeah,
and now that you talk about that, dude, that makes sense. Like,
yeah,
good lord,
yeah. She's the only one that had the little nodules on top of her helmet that
right,
looked exactly like Darth Maul's. It looks exactly like the nodules on the helmets of the Death Watch as well. Yeah,
dude, that would be a good series. I think
yeah.
so.
I think we
Of
need
the Death
more of.
Watch.
I think we need more of Darth Maul. I think we need to have a spin off of him somewhere. He was it was like he was there and he was gone, and it's like
Yes,
you know
I
so
agree. Oh, I absolutely agree. Now the one thing I did like about um was the animated series, The Clone Wars, because it actually went more in to all that.
hmm
Um, and that's literally probably the only animated series I've ever watched like that because my kids get into all that anime and stuff, and my son's like, "Dad, you need to watch Clone Wars." I'm like, ah. And finally, I sat down and started watching. I'm like, "Oh, I kind of like this, dude.
yeah.
Like, I'll get down on this." So, and here we are. You know, now I'm watching different episodes, and
I was also kind of upset that they. I mean, I was hoping they would kind of keep the Kylo Ren thing going for a little bit. I loved Kylo Ren because I mean, obviously he's a local boy. He's from Mishawaka High School, right down the road from me. You
and
know,
he's a Marine.
and he's a Marine. Absolutely,
Adam Driver's a beast.
yes. And he, I loved his character. I mean, I remember when I first heard his voice, through that, through his gave me goosebumps. I'm like, oh man, oh, I want to like this character, man. Yeah, I wish Kylo would. I wish he would have killed him off so fast, but
It
I wish they'd have kind of made more, you know, with him. But
No, yeah, I that's the only thing that's hard is I wish there could have been more into the backstory of Kylo Ren.
mhm.
You know, um, I mean, we got a little bit of Ray, but I mean that was cool. But also, oh, excuse me. At the same time, I'm like, man, for this girl just now figuring stuff out, she's pretty powerful.
Yeah.
Of course, look who she was the granddaughter of, Palpatine.
hmm
But still, I'm like, you know,
To be honest, I'm not really a big fan of Ray. I don't know. I don't know
I
something
wasn't.
about.
I am, but I'm not because I don't think they made her too powerful too fast. if that makes sense, at least for me.
Yeah,
Because I mean, in the very first episode, she's like, and I'm like, whoa, like really? I'm like, nah, man, come on, like you can't do that.
yeah.
But
I really liked Poe. Poe was cool. Yeah,
Poe was cool.
he was kind of cool. I liked him.
I did. Um, that was yeah. Poe was really cool. Um, Rogue One. I liked Rogue One though.
I liked Rogue
I
One.
loved.
I like
Yes,
that one better than I like that one better than the Force Awakens. I liked it better.
yes.
Yes, I did absolutely.
I am one with the Force. The Force is with me. I am one with the Force. The Force is with me. And my buddy Joe Eckert says that every day. I'm like, dude, y- no, you're too retarded to be a Jedi. Kind of like myself. I mean, I couldn't be a Jedi. You guys are right. I'd probably be a Jawa.
You could be Yoda.
Ah,
Yoda's kind of comical too. So,
sure, I am just like him.
especially well, at least when he went down to when Luke went down to visit him the first time, when he was trying to find him, he was kind of that goofy. He was sneaking around trying to get into his food, and then
Dude,
once
yeah,
he finally
that was awesome.
yeah, then he flipped script and was like, and Luke was like, "Whoa, you're Yoda."
Yep, yeah. Empire Strikes Back is probably my favorite
Oh,
out
yes,
of all of them.
I
That
love
is by
Return
far
of the
my
Jedi.
favorite, dude.
Yeah, and Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi is probably my two favorites out of the whole saga.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I would have to agree. You know,
Mhm.
I mean, just I still think about you don't know the power of the dark side. I hear that. Oh, dude, and that is my thing right there. Like, dude, yes. Yeah.
Mine was when he after he struck him down and tossed tossed the emperor overboard, and
Yep.
he grabbed his dad, got him down, took his mask off, and he said, "I can still save you." He said, "You already have." Dude, I was like,
Yes.
"Oh man," you know.
Yep.
I started.
D-
I'm getting goosebumps right now. Look if you can see it. I don't know if you can see my goosebumps,
Yeah, dude, that is.
but dude, that was like it. It still makes me tear up when I hear him say it. It's like there was always good.
Yeah.
There was still good in him
Yep.
when nobody.
They're still
Uh,
good.
he's the only one that had the hope. He's the only one that held out hope that there could be good in somebody as evil as Darth Vader was.
Yep.
Uh, but then at the
I
end,
loved it.
then at the end when they were back on Tatooine or on Endor, was it Endor? Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, Endor. And they were,
Yes.
and Luke was sitting there and he turned around and looked and saw the spirit of, Obi Wan. He saw the spirit of Yoda, and then he saw the original had the old version of, Anakin. But then
Yes.
once the new ones came out, they brought Hayden Christensen and put him.
Yep.
And then some of the newer like memes had Princess Leia there as well, so that was kind of cool. But
Yes.
yeah,
I loved it when he told Luke to take off his mask so he could see him with his own
oh
eyes.
nice, that's
Dude,
great.
I was just like, yes. And then, you know, being that young kid and a Star Wars fan, and then all of a sudden we get to hear, oh, well, they're coming out with 1, 2, and 3. We're like, what? Oh, and I went to the midnight viewing for all three, and it was just, and that's when my son Aiden really got into it because I was able to take him and
That's awesome.
that kid.
So that was the first.
He,
That was the first movie I ever watched in the theater. Was which one was it? It was either it wasn't a New Hope. New Hope I was too young because I was born in '77. So it was
okay,
either
yeah, I was too young.
I think it was because I was born. Yeah, I was born in '77. I remember seeing it was a double feature
Yep.
at the Alpine Theater in Ripley, West Virginia. I remember seeing. I want to say it was either Empire Strikes Back or Return of the Jedi and E.T.
Yes.
For a double feature. That was the first time.
Yes.
That's the first time I ever went to a theater.
I think the very first time I went was to go see. I think it was Return of the. For me, it was Return of the Jedi, and then E.T.
Yeah,
Vice versa. One of the two. I don't know, but yeah, dude, I remember that. I really remember Return of the Jedi.
There
But
was
I
a double
remember
feature.
being able to see Empire Strikes Back
Oh,
and Star Wars, uh, A New Hope on TV.
yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I'm like, ah,
Well, then
man.
I eventually saw all of them in theaters when they re-released them and they came back out
Oh,
again in the '90s. We were back in
yep.
the theater sipping vodka. I had snuck vodka. My buddy worked with my buddy worked the projectors up in the top, so he got us in. We were sitting back here just popping vodka and shit, dude. You know,
Dude, that is great.
my buddy
We
passed out.
don't.
He's back here snoring, dude, and you know, passed out in the back.
We don't nothing, bro.
Yeah,
It's a good movie,
yeah. We were already drunk
dude.
when
That
we
would be
got there.
amazing.
We were already drunk when we got there. Then we just passing the bottle of Bacardi around, and you know, we all sit in the same row, so we just passed the bottle around. And next thing you know, I'm hearing look back, and we knew who it was because he passes out everywhere. So it's like we knew exactly it was Ernie. So
Dude, and that's what's bad about some of the movie theaters now. Like, there's a movie theater in Fort Wayne that has Lazy Boys, and they recline back.
that makes
Dude,
it oh
are
my,
you? You're
so
just.
much easier to
Are you
fall.
asking? Are you asking me to go to sleep? Because that's how I go to sleep. Like, I will be like,
And they probably
dude.
sell alcohol too. Don't they sell beer.
Yes, they sell beer there too.
So
Yes,
you got a lazy boy and alcohol, man. That's
Lazy
not.
Boy, and yeah, that's not a good
Not
combination
a
for
good
somebody
combination to
like
stay
me.
up. No, no.
I'm like, you must not want me to see this movie. You just want me to be able to drink and take a nap. Because I mean, but you're getting money out of me because I can do that crap at home.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
I got Amazon Prime, dude. I mean, I can drink beer here and pass out, and not
You
at least I
spend
can go back and watch it.
Yeah, and you're spending, $15 for a ticket and popcorn is another 20 and you spend 20, 30, 25 bucks on yourself,
Yeah,
which
and
is popcorn and ticket and pop and
I think the last time April, Aiden and Jenna went to movies, dude, it cost us like 80 something dollars, man.
wow.
Yeah,
I'm
it's crazy.
trying to remember what the last movie I went to was. I can't remember the last movie I seen at the theaters.
I went to watch some anime with the kids
Man,
and I fell asleep.
what was the last movie I watched at the theater? Man, I can't remember. It might have been one of the Star. No, no, it was. I don't know. I'd have to ask my girlfriend about that. I cannot remember what movie we watched last in the theater.
Yeah,
Probably been a couple of years at least.
I know it has been for me.
Yeah.
David Hope, what's up, brother? David Hope from, yeah,
Hey, David.
he's from Texas. David's from Texas. Dude,
Go Texas.
so any good investigations coming up, dude? We're going to talk about here shortly about what we were talking about backstage. So,
Uh, okay. Any good investigations coming up? Well, I don't have anything booked. I'm just what I do. I'm the only one that drives in my group, so it's like it's I don't know. It sucks. I mean, I wish other people would pitch in for driving, but it's
yeah,
one of those things where I'm getting to a point now where the connection, the spirit connection, the um, developing that bond with the spirits is really important to me. So
I,
and so I know how to do that. I need to revisit these locations more than just once a year.
right,
So as of right now, me and my team, and it would also cut down on a lot of driving because most of the locations that I've developed a rapport with the inhabitants of these locations are fairly close by. So I sat down with the team and I said, "Hey, how would you guys feel about this? We want to narrow it down to 3 or 4 locations, and just stick with those and do them in kind of a rotation. Um,
right.
Old Kosciuszko County Jail in Warsaw,
Yep, I want to hit that one. Yeah,
amazing
I got
location, super active, man. Especially the sheriff's res-
Jane,
sheriff's
Jane
sheriff's residence,
Jacobs.
huh?
Do you know Jane Jacobs?
Yes, I do, and she does not like me, and I don't like her either. But anyway,
Okay. Well,
that's
nah, I was curious because are you going to bed? Dude, you're 18 years old and it's not even 8 o'clock. Oh, you're going to go watch TV? Stare. Okay. Love you, dude. Hey, love you. All right.
yeah. The whole story with Jen Jacobs, man, that's it goes back pretty much about 6 years ago when we became a team. Um, I'll get into it. I don't care. It's been 6 years, and if she still has beef with me, then that's her problem for hanging on.
She's the one who invited me to Kosciuszko thing. So,
Yeah,
but anyways, go for it, brother.
yeah, well, my two teammates, Sean and Sam, were members of her team, BSR, and me and Sean have been friends for 20 some years. We've been friends since seventh grade or something like that. So what happened was we Sean and Sam were having a falling out with her, and they they wanted to she had to they had to purchase a membership fee to be on her team, and he said they were getting tired of them doing these cemetery crawls and then coming up and then being leaving at 7 o'clock and being home by 10.
Right.
And so Sean was like, well, what are we investigating here? What are we doing? So me and Sean got together, and he was like, why don't we just create our own team, man? I'm like, yeah, let's do it, man. So we kind of put our heads together and we created Heart City Paranormal, and back in August of 2017, and we started investigating. Well, we started putting stuff on Facebook. Jen Jacobs caught wind of it and started contacting me through Facebook saying, "Are you and Sean, is Sean and Sam on your team?" I'm like, "Yeah." And then she started contacting them and start harassing them. And Sean said, "Listen, I told you I was wanting to leave and start my own team, but I would fulfill." This is what he said. But I will fulfill, the rest of the year off if you need us for any investigations. I'm here to help out for the remaining contract
Right.
and to finish that off. But she said, no, no, no. You're on another team. No, we're breaking the contract. You're off the team. Fine then, cool, whatever. So, make a long story short, I never had a problem with her until about about a year and a half, 2 years later. Um, she, we actually got together as Heart City said we're going to go ahead and meet up for a meet and greet at Pizza Hut in Elkhart.
Right
You
on.
know, we go meet up, have pizza, and then we'll drive to Graceland Cemetery and have a little investigation.
Heck yeah.
First time had a great turnout. Had like 14, 15 people there. It was a great turnout. Um, and if anybody knows Jen's pretty strict when it comes to her um, investigations. She if you don't show up to the meet and greet, and I could completely understand what she's her doing this. If you don't
Right.
come to the dinner, don't come to the cemetery, because we need to have an idea of who's going to be there. If we don't just want people showing up at the cemetery, which I totally
Right.
get, absolutely 100%. I totally agree with her on that one. So we got our team, got our group and went to Graceland. And obviously we put it on Facebook. People knew we were there. Well, then I was still friends with Jen on Facebook at the time, and she ended up uh, posting on her Facebook page. If you want to meet up at Graceland Cemetery, we're all here. Let's all meet up at Graceland. Just come on out. And next thing you know, we're sitting there doing our thing. And next thing you know, we see 3, 4, 5 carloads come up. I'm like, who's this?
Dang.
And she was out in South Bend doing a cemetery crawl out in South Bend. She came all the way to Elkhart, went to Graceland Cemetery, invited a bunch of people out there, and she had like 15 people come tromping through the graveyard, setting up on, standing on tombstones, being loud and obnoxious, music up on the, I'm just like, and I walked up to her, I said, "What's up, Jen?" She's like, "Hey," I was like, we have an investigation. She said, "Oh, our schedules must have clashed or something." No, it didn't. You and then Sean looked at me and said, "Man, dude, she would never do that at her own investigation. She would not let anybody just
Right.
come to the cemetery." And it was done on purpose. I know it was. She did it to try to wreck our investigation, and I had no problem with her until that day. And I feel like it was disrespectful.
Oh, absolutely.
And then she tried to invite me out to do a few things and a few events that we had locally. And I would probably went to the one just to kind of because I was over her. I didn't want nothing to do with her. I didn't want no beef anymore. I just want to do my own
Right.
thing.
Yep.
When she told Sean, she said, "I will completely." She said, "I know a lot of people in this field, and I will completely destroy your team. I will completely turn the whole field against you, against Heart City Paranormal. Completely turn the whole community against you." Obviously, that didn't work out to her. Didn't work out
Right.
too well. So that's when I started kind of getting a little kind of getting uh, had a problem with her myself, a personal problem. When she told me she was going to destroy my team from the and turn the whole community against us, and I was just like, okay, she wants to take this beef somewhere. Cool, let's do this. But then recently, she called. Well, not recently. It's probably been about right when the Bell Mansion first began opening investigations at the Bell Mansion
Yep.
back a couple of years ago. They invited us down, and we were one of the first teams to investigate the Bell Mansion before it became public. My team,
Right.
well, actually, the Paris sisters were the first. Well,
Right.
Nick's team, OWPS, were the first, and the Paris sisters were set, next, and they brought us down.
Yep.
Um,
Jackie and Tina. Yep.
okay, love them, awesome,
Yep.
awesome ladies, very good friends of mine, ours. Um, so what happened? Oh, okay, yeah, and she contacted Nick and Angie and tried to uh, schedule a. They were to do the. I think it was either the world's largest ghost hunt there. Or they would do some kind of event there.
Right.
Well, Angie didn't get. Angie had. Well, she was busy. This is before
Yep.
they really had things rolling, and she had her own stuff going on. So Jen contacted her, and Angie. I think Angie didn't get back with her on time in time, and then Jen called back and just was really hateful toward her.
Yeah.
And then Nick was like, yeah, and well, before that, Nick was like, yeah, we've had a few teams down here. We had the Paris sisters down here, and then we had Heart City Paranormal. She's like, oh, Heart City Paranormal. Oh, you better watch those guys, man. They're bad news. And Nick's like, are we talking about the same Heart City Paranormal? Because man, those dudes are awesome. She's like, oh, you got to be careful with them, man. They'll lie. They steal your ideas. They will do this. They will do that. And Nick's like, yeah, hung up on her.
Well, the way I see it in the paranormal field, you're not stealing anybody's idea.
No, I'm
You're
open.
testing their theory. You're testing
Bingo.
their theory.
Yeah,
I mean, if you do something, man, I want to try that. Does
yeah.
that really work?
Do I
So
actually
if you think
recommend
I'm,
people? Yeah, I actually recommend people. If you see something that you like that I'm doing,
yeah,
you don't have to ask me, dude. Just do it.
yeah. Like
I'm
if
not.
I'm going to put it
I'm not gonna be famous. I don't fall into
right,
the ass
yeah,
kissing stage of the paranormal. I'm not ass kissing anybody to
no,
get on TV because I'm. Once you're on TV, you're selling your soul. It's over.
right,
If people
yeah.
sit there's
See,
people.
I'm already famous because I'm me. That's what makes me famous.
Yeah,
I just want to make people laugh. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
That's my famous. People, oh Scott, oh dude, that dude cracks me up. That's all I need to know. That's all I need to know. I'm not. I don't want to be on TV. I mean, if I'm on TV, it's probably cops or something,
and
and I ain't running.
not only this side, yeah, not on the cop side of it. No, no. But here's the way I look at it. Here's the way I look at it. And people always think they're the exception to the rule. Oh, if I get on TV, I'm gonna I'm not going to be the one that sells out to fake evidence or sells out to overhyped stuff. You're It's not up to you, buddy. Whatever
Yep.
that
Nope.
the producer says, jump how high, shit, what
Yep.
color,
Yep.
And you,
Especially if they go, well, we're going to pay you 150,000 a year, and you're going to do what we say.
yeah,
Oh,
you're going to
oh,
kick that. You're going
oh,
to kick. You're going to kick that. You're going to kick that wall occasionally off camera to make it sound like we had a knock, or
yeah,
you're going to scream demon or something that's going to run through the house.
yep, absolutely.
And
And
I, I mean, Jack Osborne. I mean, he's. I mean, if you see the videos of him during Portals from Hell, he got caught kicking the door. During one of those episodes, I saw it, and then I eventually saw it on YouTube too. And they were sitting there in Portals from Hell, and him and Katrina were going, looking around, and you see this foot go boom. Oh, Katrina, did you hear that? Oh yeah, I heard
yeah,
it. Man, something's knocking. Nah, dude, your foot just kicked the door jam, dude. You know,
and and that's like we were talking earlier. That's sad. That's the way. And no, I'm not saying for all of us, but for those who want to make it big in this field, that's the way they become.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
no
Like
doubt about it.
they're wanting to get famous. If you so they'll do what it takes. And for me, that's hard. I've been in this
Yeah,
paranormal field now. I think about since 2017. And it wasn't about, like I said, getting famous and trying to be on TV. I mean, did we all think it was cool? Fuck yeah.
at
Okay, I
first
don't
I
want to
did.
say I didn't. I don't want to say I didn't want to be on TV, because if my team would have got put on TV, I would have loved it, dude. But I wanted to be like Taps when they
Yeah,
go in their house and they're debunking shit. That's what my whole thing was about. The paranormal was, yeah, I want some personal experiences, but I'm also here to debunk things. I'm not going to fake something to try and make it up. No, because that's not me, dude. That is giving the paranormal a bad reputation. And nowadays, it's even fucking easier with TikTok. I mean, you got all these people on TikTok faking shit. Oh, and it really has become a laughing matter and kind of like a joke. The paranormal has, because of these situations, man. It's just horrible.
yeah. You got. I mean, it's getting to a point now where it's becoming like wrestling did, where
Yes,
they come out of me and say we are paranormal entertainment. They will sit there and say we're paranormal investigators
yes,
because that's the loophole they jump through. They'll sit there and say we're paranormal entertainment. Then you get these guys that go, "Hey, wait a minute! I just saw you. No, you're faking it. That's not true. I saw you fake. Oh well, I didn't see that all of our evidence was legit. We call ourselves entertainment. It's a
yes,
loophole. But yeah, but you got
yes.
people. But people are sitting there feeding, pumping money into these TikTokers' pockets and these YouTubers' pockets. Not all YouTubers and TikTokers are bad.
Nope, they're not.
I can name a few right now that are just awesome. Blood Moon Paranormal,
Yep.
thumbs up to them. You know, there's a bunch of them. I can name a bunch of them. Great. They do great work. Um, um, but if you're calling yourself entertainment and you're deceiving other people thinking it's real, because there's still some people that like wrestling that still think it's real, and
Right.
these people are putting money into the pockets of these people thinking it's real. They're deceiving them. They're
Right.
deceiving them.
Yes.
And
That's why
and,
it's
and
called world was it WWE. It's
WWE, yeah,
Yeah, it's wrestling it's entertainment, and that's what. Yeah,
yeah.
absolutely.
And I just don't, and people are, I don't know. I just when I first got in, yeah, I would have loved to have been, got famous and been on TV. But then I
Yeah,
realized
yeah.
what it was, and I started speaking up about it, about why I wouldn't be that. And that's why I sit there and call out. I call out people. Call out haunted dolls. I have a big issue with that. I have a big issue with mediums, and I have a big issue with well, I've not that I completely said it's all BS, but I've came out and said that I have issue. I've had mediums tell me, no, it's not my obligation. It's not my duty to prove what I'm doing is legit work. I said, no, no, no. Hold on a second. If you're charging people money and taking their emotions or playing with their emotions and saying they're talking to saying you're talking to their family, you're taking money from them, and you're doing this and that, playing with their emotions. And if you tell me that you think that it's okay to charge people money for that, I'm sorry, man. You need to prove that you're legit because if not, you're
you're
getting called
caught.
out. You're getting
Yeah.
called out, man. Because
And and I know there was that one time you made a post about maybe I shouldn't do that anymore, this and that. No, you do you, brother, because we
there's a
need
reason. There's a
people.
reason I said. There's a reason I said that. There's a couple reasons why I kind of backed off a little bit. I didn't. I mean, I did say some stuff that was probably a little bit. Maybe I jumped the gun a little bit, but most of that rant I still wholeheartedly believe.
Yeah,
I caused, and it wasn't even directed toward these certain people, to
right,
toward Nick and Angie at the Bell Mansion. It just was bad timing when I
right,
said it, and it came across as it sounding like that I was criticizing them when I wasn't.
right.
It was about a totally different topic, but it was just weird. It was just a weird
Nope, and
timing.
I get that, dude. I definitely get bad timing.
And I can honestly say that the relationship between me and Angie died that day.
That
Um,
sucks.
she, you know, um, she really believed that I was, dogging them out, and I wasn't. I told Nick over and over again, dude, it was not. And Nick believed me. Nick was cool. We talked about it.
Right,
But Angie she just deep down inside, she just didn't, want to. She had a really bad problem with. She had a problem with it,
right,
and so right then our not our respect, but it's like we lost something as a
right,
friendship. It was never the same after that, and so I kind of came back and was like, I need to watch what I say, because even if it's not about a particular person, I need to watch what I say, because they might think it's about them, and I'm
right,
hurting friends in the process, and that's something I do not want to do. Nick and Angie well, Nick is still me and Nick are still you know
right.
close. We talk almost on a daily basis, whether with through text message or through Facebook or whatever. We're still really close, and but me and Angie don't we don't really talk anymore, especially after the whole Bell
Right.
Mansion kind of fallout.
Yeah.
I tried not to take sides over the whole thing, but I was friends with Nick to begin with, and I still am friends with Nick. And then
Right.
I feel like things were the same between me and Angie after that incident. And if and I apologize, I didn't mean to hurt her, or cause any problems. It was not my intention, because I wasn't talking about her or them.
Right.
Although I was talking about, when it's not nothing to do with the event they were doing, but another event, in TikTokers and YouTubers in general. I've always had an issue with just the not sincerity. I know they're sincere about what they're doing, but their um, credibility, and that's what I was calling out,
Right.
and rightfully so, because a lot of these people are just getting their balls nailed to the wall for faking stuff from
Yep.
multiple people. I mean, or have been busting them left and right, and not necessarily the ones that were at that event, but uh, just in general. And I just so that's why I kind of backtracked a little bit, because I was like, you know what, I got to kind of settle down and just not say things that's going to hurt
Right.
friendships. That's not
Right.
what I want to do. So, but I wholeheartedly still believe, and I've been blocked by quite a few people over my stances and my disagreements and my um, skepticism over mediums. Haunted Dolls. I mean, Mary Jo Chudley completely just like blocked me and was talking trash about me, and Chris T and a couple other people, and then obviously Brandy Miller blocked me and deleted me too. The psychic medium,
Well, you know,
and I wouldn't. I think she was just tired of me hearing my skepticism of him. She just
we're
said,
allowed to have individually our own individuality and our own
"Yeah,
thoughts. And people, you're in the paranormal field, and if you cannot take criticism, you're innocent for the wrong reasons. Because there is somebody out there that's always going to criticize no matter what you do, no matter where it comes from.
yeah, yeah,
And that's the biggest thing, whether it's how you do stuff, your evidence, how you produce, how you do your evidence, it's always going to be out there. So you got to be able to take the good and the bad together. It's just,
I've
it's
been
always been that way.
criticized. I've been criticized
Oh,
before.
yeah.
You know, it hasn't happened face to face in a long time, but I've been criticized. You know,
Oh,
in the
yeah.
past,
I've been criticized, you know. Now I know there's people out there who don't like me, and I'm fine with that, dude.
but
I'm
you
cool
know,
with that.
when I was criticized, I looked at it as constructive criticism
Yes.
to
Yes.
not okay. You learn from your mistakes. Now, just
Yep.
because they criticize you, don't mean you're wrong. I mean, they could be wrong too. You know, so but yeah, I'm when I first started in the field, I was the one that didn't want to step on toes, didn't want to. And another reason why I kind of backed off a little bit because I'm people say a team's a team, um, but I am the face. I mean, and I hate. I'm not saying this out of a smug um, conceitedness, but I consider myself the face of my team. I am the
Yes.
I am on social media more than I'm
Yep.
when people think of Hersey, I'm the one that's out there putting myself on social media so I consider myself the
Yep.
face of my team.
Yeah.
It's not fair for me to because is what I do. It affects what people view my team. How they view my team. So
Yep.
it's not fair to Sean. It's not fair to Sam. So I kind of backed off. But I think I'm to a point now where people where they know me, they probably know me more as Phil Gibson and not Heart City Paranormal. Which,
Right.
but I'm still a team. I'm still with my team. We're still Heart City Paranormal. But I think it's to a point now where I can where it's to a point where I think if I do something that is a little bit controversial, it's not going to come down against my team. I think that was more for residential things. We don't do residential investigations anymore because I don't feel that. And that's what I was worried about was I wanted the people that are needing help, the residences, the people's houses that they could look to us to help them out. And if I'm putting myself out on social media and I'm doing this, I'm doing that, they're gonna look at it and go, I don't want those guys in my house. So,
Right.
but that's not the reason why I stopped it for. But I stopped doing residential investigations because um, when we're done, when we come in there and we say, okay, yeah, your house is haunted, but and then they're like, okay, so what can I do about it? And I'm like, oh well, I can go off and you know I can stage your house or I can put salt around it. My opinion, I am not. Um, I don't feel like I'm what's. Um, I don't feel like that I'm qualified, and it's not. Yeah, I don't feel like I'm
Right.
qualified to do that because you know they are. They are some of them are Native American practices. I am not Native American.
Right.
I feel like a lot of these people they sit there and say, oh yeah, well now that we're now we got you now that we did this, that there's spirits in your house. Um, then they often they're out there saging, they're doing these, and they're putting grounding, sage up, and they're grounding ginger, and they're pouring holy water all over the place. And the next thing you know, they leave, and they're like, "So how's everything going? Oh my god, it's horrible now. It's worse than it was before."
Yep.
So, and then it happens the same way where I think I've okay, well, I think I'm like, okay, well, I got this group that can come in and they can help you out. Then I send this group out thinking they're a reputable group, and they're not, and they make a shit show of the place, and the paranormal activity is just actually going just completely bonkers over there now. And I'm like, you know what? I'm done. I'm done doing. I'm done doing residences. I'm just going to just do locations, and because
Yep.
I don't want that on my conscience that I botched a cleansing and screwed the whole thing up and
Yep.
made their life a living hell worse than it was before. So, and people say, "Oh, you don't need to be qualified. Intent is good enough." No, dude, no, I don't think so. I don't think it is. I think there's a lot more to it. I think the practice itself is, there's a lot to the practice too. It's not only just intent; it's what you do
Right.
with it, and that's why I won't do residentials anymore. As much as I would like to help people, I would rather not. I don't feel like I'm qualified to do the cleansings and stuff like that. And what's used to doing an investigation if you're not going to just, they're calling you in for a reason. They're calling you
Yep.
in to get the evidence and get rid of it. I can't do that. I don't feel qualified to do that. And I just feel like there's a lot of people out there that do say they're qualified, but they're just out there just doing all these rituals and stuff, and they're just making things worse.
Yep.
But
I get that.
I'm sure there's some really good ones out there too, but I don't know them. I wouldn't be able to recommend anybody. I mean, the only person I'd probably recommend would be, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know anybody.
Yeah, I'm the same way. So, well, brother, it's about that. It is that time.
Yeah,
But before you jump off, man, I need to know, what is your go-to snack what is the go-to snack and drink that you got to have on your investigations, dude? What is your go-to stuff? Come on, brother.
Water is my go-to drink. I drink a lot of water. Snacks. Um, Now the guys at the Bell Mansion, Ken Decker and Julie Rathbun, and so not at the Bell Mansion, but Pathfinders. They will probably and Ricky from Bell Mansion, but they will
Ricky Hilliard.
probably they will yeah Ricky Hilliard, and they will probably think that it's probably chili cheese Fritos. But this
Oh,
it's kind of a running joke from when I was at the Jason Hall's Ghost Hunters event down at the Bell Mansion. Um, what happened was I think it was I forgot who gave me a bag of chili cheese Fritos. Well, I had a big old bottle of water, chili cheese Fritos, and I was upstairs. I went downstairs, left my water on Ken Decker's table on Pathfinder's table, and then left. And then they were wondering, okay, whose water is this? So I came back downstairs, talked to him, left the chili cheese Fritos on the table, and took my water and got back upstairs. And they're like, okay, now he left his chili cheese Fritos. And so after that, chili cheese Fritos was like, he'll take a picture of a chili cheese Frito bag and give it to me. And so I guess I could say probably either Doritos when it comes to snacks, granola bars, or chili cheese Fritos.
heck yeah, brother. That is awesome,
So
man.
yeah,
Well, I
so
appreciate you being on tonight, and
I
there
have,
will be a part 2 to this. Yeah, you will be back for
I
season
have
2, brother.
I have a lot to talk about. So
No, and I hope you will. That is
so
my invitation for you to come back for season 2 and be back on the show.
you let me know, man. We'll pick a date out and we'll make it happen.
We will definitely make it happen. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in tonight. I absolutely appreciate it. Once again, amazing guest, like always, dude. This is my brother, man, and he tells you straight up just the way it is and the way it should be. Next week is my last week, and then I'll be taking a break for a while because summer's here, and I got a lot of stuff not to do except work. Um, so make sure you tune in, and once again, I hope you all. What do you mean? Once again, you're an idiot, dude. Shut up. Your brain's not running fast enough. Once again, thank you for tuning in. I hope everybody has a great week.
Yep,
I
thanks
hope you have a
everybody.
great weekend. And remember, if you're not laughing, then you're not living. Have a great night, everybody.
All right, love you, brother.
Love you, man.
Yep.
Wait a minute. You all want me on the show. I forewarned you guys. I'm just saying.
We don't need no sleep because the party don't stop. So put your hands